Is your character not as agile as you would like?
Karluk looks at Euphemia and says, I really wish he would have missed, and then just falls over.
Is DM's grace in short supply?
Oh, and the candles go out
Yeah.
on the Minotaur's horns.
Is compassion not your character's strong suit?
Minotaur more like beef or more like cannibalism? I'm asking for a friend.
Is persuasion your dump stat?
Be prepared for a caster. Please do not move on their own.
There's no caster here.
Listen long enough, and you too might learn how to roleplay 8 charisma.
All right, welcome back. It is time, as is our wont, to summarize the last session. And today it is John's turn. Thrall Rick, what happened last time?
All right, so real quick, I mentioned this earlier, but Doc wasn't here. I split this into 2 things because I got bonked on the head. So there's BML, before memory loss, and AML, after memory loss. So when last we left our heroes, some would say anti-heroes or just plain evil beings. They were in a standoff with a hobgoblin warband. This band required the heroes' horses and dragon parts in order that nobody get hurt. Karluk, suspecting bugbears behind the demand, advanced to negotiate. This led to much consternation and further debate. Oh, come on now, me boyos. How do we even know they're wrong? They appear to be trustworthy enough fellows and determined. Then again, they might be after me lucky charms. Oh, you betcha, Shadeen. Ooh, just a poor group of hobgoblins trying to gather food for their family, don't you know? I'll just be standing here scratching myself next to the ponies. Well, okay, I'll slip over by this bush. Nothing to see. Oh, yeah, why are we here again? Your move, Bovine. I got your back. Mrrr, you're hobgoblin. No barter, no charter. Winks at Euphemia. And then the halfling took a careful aim and let fly her arrow, and the battle was on. A lightning bolt ripped across the battlefield, emanating from a hobgoblin caster. The Minotaur took the brunt of the hit. Countering, Thrall shifted into a lion and leapt to engage the now revealed caster. Hobgoblin arrows filled the sky, dropping Karluk where he stood. As the newly formed lion clawed at his target, the warband's massive ogre charged to the hobgoblin's aid and brought his war mace down, followed by the crack of steel meeting bone, and all went black for the dwarf-turned beast. For but a moment. What's going on? How are we in the middle of battle? Last I remember, we were traveling along a road, well, more like a path, actually, to the Owl Well on the way to Thunder Tree. I have to collect my wits. Doesn't look like things are going well for us. Then Perek's voice, uttering the arcane tongue, was heard across the battlefield, and there was an explosion of fire before me. When the flames cleared, not but the captain, caster, ogre, and goblin chef stood, the rest of the lifeless, smoldering form scattered about. The act appeared to cause the wizard some internal pain and unleash his anger. Ulrich finally decided to join the fray, calling upon the Soulforger's blessing as he moved to heal the fallen Karluk. Also present was a green dragonborn. I would have been alarmed at his appearance, but the magical bolts he conjured were directed at the large goblins. As the caster was succumbing to my teeth and claws, he flung a desperate fireball of his own to smite Pyric and the ponies. Only Pyric was left standing. Soon only the captain remained, the rest of the warband dispatched. Ulrich convinced him to stand down as the freshly risen Karluk charmed him with his magic. It was a hard-earned victory. The air was filled with the stench of burning flesh. Pyric has approached the captain with a look of purpose in his eyes. Conflict is ever present in nature, but I fear that which is about to happen is a thing far less natural.
Ooh, nice. John,
Nice.
Take a point of inspiration for that.
Good, I needed it.
I give you 2, but you can only have 1. Sorry. All right. So yes, that was I would dare I say that was probably the most comprehensive summary we have yet had.
Except for the part where Shadeen was casting a spell. I don't cast spells, so I don't know what that was all about. But other than that, it sounded very, very accurate.
I remember Shadeen discovering his hand like some young dragon males do.
Wow.
All I did was point to the universe decided to
shot out, or whatever you want to call it.
All right.
Listen, that nobody said no.
So yes, you got the apparent leader of the hobgoblins there, has stood down, surrendered his sword. Ulrich was chatting with him. There's a smoking corpses of the horses are over there, along with a lot of smoke coming out of the formerly gained dragon parts on a sledge back there also. And we haven't inspected what survived of that either. So what are you guys up to now?
Oh, I was maybe a little miffed there. I guess that's fair to say that I might have been just a little, I don't know, furious with what has transpired here. Like, these poor hobgoblins, they got so misguided that I had to murder them all. And that seems like a little frustrating. I don't know, maybe I'm overstepping what I'm saying, but you know.
It's like I always tell you, my grace, if you plan for a year from now, then plant rice. If you plan for 10 years, plant trees.
Well, that shows your very basic nature of agriculture being wrong, Joel. Rice is a crop that happens in a season. That's why it's such a staple for so many people, especially starving people. And we know that we have talked about the agrarian nature of this area and rebuilding its infrastructure as a very important facet of, us rebuilding the region.
So what you're saying is that if we plan for 100 years, we should educate humanity.
Yes. Yeah, I literally want to make a willpower saving throw because I am stunned.
I think I follow every word you've said so far for the last minute or so.
When you two have finished talking, we need to get to the owl well so we can get done and get to the thunder tree.
Patience, little brother. Now, Hobgoblin, what is your name?
Captain Zonka.
Zonka?
Yes.
That was your birth name?
Yes.
Very well. Are you prepared to travel with us? Because there's much you must learn of the ways of the dwarves.
I believe last we spoke, I was going to be free to go and deliver a message to Clark. Something about.
Yes. We are going to do an act of contrition.
And not without a stern talking to and a lecture.
First of all, you are going to have to listen to our dwarven priest talk about the do's and the don'ts. And then you are going to have to eat some of these prized meats you so desperately wanted from us. And then you are going to swear an oath to follow Moradin. And then we are going to mark you as having performed your act of contrition. All of this having to be willing by you.
So.
Hey, where the hell is my pony?
So I get a lecture from the dwarf.
Amongst the dead.
Oh no, you get a lesson.
A lesson from the dwarf.
And then you must. Then
I get a light
verify.
Snack, and then I'm off.
We are going to do a ritual, in which case we are going to do a ceremony. At that time, you are free to go back.
Who the hell's the Dragonborn?
I'm sorry, you were talking. I couldn't think. So we are going to do a ceremony. And when we are done, you may go free to talk to Clog and straighten the ways out. Or else his grace will come back to Clog and straighten them out himself.
Sounds like I don't have a choice. So what is this ritual you speak of?
It is going to be a ceremony of atonement. We will do that in the first light.
Russ, I'm going to start a short rest while these guys chat. I don't know if it'll last.
All right.
So just I'm planning on doing doing the ceremony spell.
Yep.
And I'm just going to do I can either do a dedication, and that's what I'm going to do, a dedication. I touch a humanoid who wishes to be dedicated to my god's service for the next 24 hours. Whenever the target makes a saving throw, it can roll a d4 and add a number to the save. And I can do that in atonement. But atonement will require an alignment change.
Ooh.
And he has to want to do this.
Yeah.
And what is he promising he's going to be doing?
He's not going to attack any dwarves ever again or people on the road unless he's defending himself.
But that's what happened here.
He attacked a dwarf.
No.
He challenged a dwarf.
No.
No one challenges dwarves.
Nothing's changing from my oath. We were about to shake hands with your Minotaur friend over there, and your halfling shot at our goblin.
Okay, all right.
And now I defended myself, and you're saying all I got to do is agree to do that exact same thing.
No, you were trying to extort us out of our horses and all of our dragon.
Oh, so it's the extortion part, not the attacking part that's a problem.
Correct.
Okay. No extorting.
No.
Perhaps Alec.
Oh no, you can't. You also can't attack people either. Now,
But in self-defense, I can.
Yes, in self-defense.
No more extortion, my friend. Add that to the oath list, Ulrich. No extorting.
You're atoning for extorting stuff from us.
Got it. It's the
you have
extortion part.
already paid the price of flesh. Now we must, as all your kinsmen have died horribly by my hand.
Oh, also, if you find a guy who is buried under 5 dead bodies, tell him to come find us because I really want to talk to him and see what he's been up to.
All right.
Put that on the oath list too, Ulrich, please.
I remember that.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I don't remember this green dragon. I don't remember how we got in this battle. All I know is my head freaking hurts, and it's mostly because of Ulrich's talking, but it could be something else. I've got a big bump on my head.
My job, that half of my job is done today.
Yeah, we're gonna double down on this need for helmets, and I think you and Cowlick should go have a discussion about head injury.
Need for helmets.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Pyric, I think we should. I don't know the word for it. I think it's called concussive spells. I think we should establish a baseline for these two.
Yes, Pyrrhic. Next time, don't kill all the hobgoblins while I'm sleeping on the ground. Please just put them to sleep or something till I wake up, okay? Good point, Euphemia.
Captain Zonka, would you agree never to extort food or gold or anything out of somebody on the road again? Or do you feel you need this atonement?
Hey, Dragonborn, why don't you come over here and help me sort those bodies out and see if there's anything worthwhile? The name's Thrall Earthborn. What be your name?
I'm Shadeen, and it's good to meet you again. You seemed
We've
like a
met
very
before.
intelligent young lad when we first met, and I can't help but say that giant mace that struck you in your leonine head seems to have not done you a bit of harm.
He's back to normal.
Well, perhaps while we're picking up this stuff out of these horses, you can fill me in on what I seem to be missing.
Oh, it was great. The universe came crashing down on one of these boys. I pointed at him, and the universe smited him. It was great. There's a lot of fighting, some magical spells slinging back and forth, a lot of burnt flesh. They were talking about food, and the next thing you know, there was food everywhere.
I've changed my mind. Keep it to yourself. Carlick, when we've got some downtime, tell me a story of what I'm missing.
I'm going to spend the next hour talking to Captain Zonka and seeing if he's contrite. I'm going to use insight, see if he's contrite.
All right, so you're asking him not to extort. He seems to sort of understand the extortion problem. Okay. No preemptive attacking, which he also seems to understand. And he's a little confused on the whole find the guy under 5 bodies thing. That one's
that's an optional thing. That's optional.
Okay. So it's really just those two things.
There's also a sin of ignorance.
But I am going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to him about also.
Does he need to take a message back to Clark? He's a little fuzzy on that too.
Yes.
Clark should teach all of his followers who I am.
Right. And when he's done with that, I want him to also make sure his armor is clean and his weapons are in good shape and that he is following the ideals of Morden by practicing some trade of use besides getting food.
Don't forget, he must also carry the mark of Pyric Styfinder as a constant remembrance.
That better not be a wand in the shape of a... Oh, that's a fist? What is that, a hand?
It's the frozen hand.
Wow.
I do not believe in marking somebody or scarring somebody.
That's okay, I do.
Nice.
It's fine, Ulrich. That's why I'm here.
Joe, take a point of inspiration.
Anybody need one? I've already got one.
All right.
I think I spent mine. I can use one.
All right, take it, Shadeen.
So just to be clear, he's going to have no extortion, no preemptive attacking. He's going to remind Clark of Pyric Starfinder, and he's going to take care of his armor and weaponry with good martial discipline.
And that's it. And then I'm going to tell him that to go to the bathroom and then to run before he gets a mark of hand on the
But also you are going to teach him the basic precepts of Moradin because he has to convert to the faith.
I will talk to him about that in when it will take weeks to days in that order. So we may want to do that later unless you want to actually take some time out. And I know that we are kind of in a rush to get to the the Cragmar Castle.
Wait, what? We're skipping Thunder Tree now?
Thunder Tree is an actual red herring. We are not going there. Now.
So you know how to get to the Cragmar Castle?
Of course. Who doesn't?
What are we doing wasting our time here? You can take the wolf out of the wild, but you can't take the wild out of the wolf. Chuck this one and let's get moving.
So I've discovered one thing, that druids are sometimes useless.
All right.
And that gray squirrel was very unhelpful, but we will go on.
All right. Seppi has a thing.
Where was the map that had Cragmaw Castle marked on it?
Oh, he explained it to where you guys where it is on it's on the campaign map, but that's a virtual map. You guys all know this in your head. He basically described where it was.
Okay, so it's amongst my notes then.
Yes, it's amongst. It's not. It was not on the dragon pyre.
Okay.
Pyre. Yeah,
I like the use of the term pyre for this particular.
Russ,
encounter.
Good thing I have this skill. I just threw into the chat. Oh wait, I got hit on the head.
Yeah, you don't have that skill anymore. All right, you still have the skill. You just don't remember. All right, so
Pyric is very intelligent, and he understands that there are these loopholes that keep coming up because they want to follow the letter, and no one's ever taught them to be good people.
Sure.
Okay. And one mark of punishment, even when you lose all your family, might not be enough to make this happen. So how much time do I think I need to have with this individual to program a better base code into them?
Ooh, that's not an hours thing. That would have to sort of live with them for a while, like days kind of thing. It's not like kind of thing you have a nice hour-long chat and his worldview changes,
But why do these little weird people keep on knocking on my tree home and asking me if I know the power of Moradin and recognize him as my savior?
Well, they feel if they keep coming every day, it'll eventually
Oh, it's a cumulative. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
Yeah. That now makes sense. That's
Right.
fine. So, Ulrich, do we want to take him and he has to be a disciple for a while?
I would think it'd be better to send him back to the cave in. We do not know this man any more than we know Shadeen. So why would we bring a stranger with us? Oh, wait.
We brought Shadeen.
Right. What? Who the
wait. So Captain Zonka. No related to Willie Zonka, are you?
Were we fighting Shadeen?
Sorry?
Did we ever fight you, Shadeen?
No.
Oh, there's a big difference between Shadeen
I
and
was standing near a bunch of cultists.
You guys are killing me.
I was standing near a bunch of cultists. I was standing near a bunch of cultists. I'm just going to keep repeating that sentence over and over until you let me finish. I was standing near a bunch of cultists that were trying to use me. And then I decided that there was a better opportunity coming down the road. And that would be you folks. And I decided to use them. And I kicked the leader into a dragon's mouth. You don't remember any of this?
No.
Honestly, he's got a terrible memory.
It was heroic, friend dwarf. I'm surprised even through the fog and the din of battle in your head that at least that didn't shine through.
I don't even remember how this battle started. But you're telling me that we know exactly where Cragmaw Castle is. I still don't understand why we're not on our way.
We're going to be leaving soon, brother. Now, go and collect the horse, singular, that we have left.
That's right.
I'm
Technically, it's a pony.
It's a pony.
All he's got left is a small one.
How does one collect a horse?
Russ, I'm standing amongst the dead ponies, and I'm going to start sifting through the crap.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna after I talk to Captain Zonka, I'm more than happy to, and I'm convinced that he seems like an honorable fellow, and I give.
Is there any roles for the ceremony ritual, Joe, or is it pretty much automatic?
It's just that's done.
Okay.
And then
why don't you make a persuasion check with advantage just to see how sticky this is?
Does anybody have a card that'd be useful to get Zonka on the path of righteousness?
Joe has the only person with a card.
I actually do have a card, but let's see what my persuasion is first. So a 24 isn't terrible.
24 is great. He seems as the ritual progresses, he seems really actually very curious and genuinely interested in this. he also seems like you get the perception that he's someone who really respects skill and prowess, and he does seem to be pretty impressed, not with the sort of the chicanery and things that occurred, but is much more impressed with just the whole efficiency and ruthlessness that it all occurred with. So he's kind of on board with this whole thing. He's like, man, you do think and act like a good hobgoblin here. So this is making some sense to me. And so he really kind of gets in on the whole plan. He really digs the part about the armor and the keeping the weapons primed.
How smart.
He's not really excited too much about the no extortion, but he seems willing to go along with it.
Well, I consider him a very good dwarf as well, and I will send him on his way.
We're forgetting something.
I will not be part of that. I'm going to go back to check my poor horse out while and I give him a warrior's clasp and say, until we meet again, back to the cave in, Captain Zonka.
He turns to leave. Seppi, is Pirate going to stop him or let him go?
No, Captain Zonka. And I go like this. Who am I, Captain Zonka?
You're a Pirate Starfinder.
Where will you accept my brand?
That's a dangerous question.
Is branding required?
Yes.
Not really. Make an intimidation check with advantage there, Seppi. Okay. You're looking very intimidating.
Oh, thank you. Can I use arcane because I'm flashing arcane power?
Oh, yeah. Take advantage. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'll assist since I have him charmed. Zangief, it's good for you. All powerful warriors are marked by Pyrrhic. I'll show you my mark once you get yours.
Seppi, you're so scary, he's going to accept your brand. The roll now is going to determine how prominent he requests where you put it.
Okay.
Oh, not 20. What?
No, that was me looking for Euphemia. Sorry.
Oh, that was so anticlimactic.
It's not my fault. You can't tell the color between our dice. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm allowed to use arcane for this intimidation check.
You are, yes.
Yes. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
And that's and I got a 29.
Yeah, but you have advantage.
I got a 27.
But I'm giving you advantage, so take another one because of the awesome situation you're in. 20! Woo! So first of all, you get a card. You get a keeper for that. So there you go. Go ahead and put that. Take possession of that card. Seppi, click on that.
I'm trying to.
Nice. And he is like your battlefield prowess is unquestionable. A place of honor on my forehead will be most welcome. And he kneels before you and takes his helmet off and presents his forehead to you for branding.
You'll notice his helmet there, brother.
Are you talking to me?
When I lean in and I press it and I can smell his flesh sizzle under the cold, which is a very specifically sharp odor, I say into his ear, "This is a mark of strength. Only the strong have survived this, those that I deem to continue."
Nice. And that roll I just made was his Constitution save. He rolled a 17, so he takes it like a hobgoblin, and he just stands there and grits his teeth and gratefully accepts both the pain, your brand, and your words.
Okay, so how do you spell his name?
Like the
R is silent, so it's actually Zronka.
First name is Willie.
Seppi, we'll need you to draw up and send over your mark at some point so we can have it in the records.
Okay. I got two villains now.
Now that you're marking people with your brand, I think we need to get the logo nailed down so as it propagates, we can see where this goes.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. Yeah,
so you're officially a gang leader now.
Oh, we're gonna see. My rule apparently is let the strongest survive so they can come back and hate me later.
Euphemia walks up to Ulrich and pats him on his arm and says, "You did a good job with that hobgoblin. I'm glad he's going to follow Moradin."
Aye, little sister, we did a good job. Help me with your pack horse. Help me transfer what's important to your pack horse.
Yes.
Euphemia, there's a lot of good horse meat here. You got any stew recipes for y'all? I can cut some off if you want.
I bet you the ogre has some nice pots and pans.
Okay.
Not for horse meat, I don't. Auntie and I don't believe in cooking up horse meat. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Russ,
Yes.
what is using religion? What is the proper burial rites for hobgoblins?
Leave them in the road.
Is that your one you just rolled?
Yes.
Yeah. You have no idea at all. And you may either discard your blue card or take a red one.
I will discard my blue card.
There you go. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah,
Happy.
really easy.
Yeah, you have no clue how hobgoblins prefer to be buried.
Well, then they get burned.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So Zonka, with the silent R, salutes you, Pyric. He also salutes Ulrich and begins to head off back down the path/trail, presumably towards the cave inn.
We're gonna loot the dead bodies, take the stuff from the horses, the ponies that are dead, transfer what we can onto Euphemia's horses, and then pony, and then we are going to do our best to avoid the woods on the way to Cragmar Castle.
Did the fireball, are they hot enough to melt gold?
No, the gold's okay because the fire is not like super, like fireball's not super. Fireballs only lights flammable objects on fire, and gold isn't really flammable per se. So the gold's fine. The only thing we got to really check for, also I'm going to rule any spell books are fine. Regular paper though, not good odds. So all the notes from Cost, for example, probably not in good shape.
They were on me.
Oh, then you're fine. Well, you were hit also though, right?
Right, I was hit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
do I have to roll for the items on me or no?
Yeah, why don't
because I made my saving throw.
Yeah,
Russ,
you're fine if you made your saving throw.
Yeah, Russ, they did away with all of that, like in first edition where you check every single.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to check for everything you were carrying. However, the only thing I want to check for is sort of the dragon parts on the sledge, because the sledge kind of went up like a tinderbox. So I would like to check.
That's fair.
So yeah, because I don't feel the need to roll for every character's item they're carrying every time you guys get hit by a fire.
Why don't you roll some percentage dice, Russ, and just
I'll do
half of it.
So we'll see how we do. We're just going to roll percentage dice right here and sort of see. That's too many. Let me just roll one. We'll see how many. We'll see. 80. That means most of it survives. So the good news is most of the dragon survives. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different dragon items sort of living around. 80% survives. Let's say one of these things is destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4,
that's a good
5, 6. So I'm going to roll a D6 and we're going to see which one of these didn't make it. 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the tongue. Sadly, the tongue didn't make it. Oh no, wait. There was a John. Are you still doing the thing with that or no?
I did. I spent it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's not the tongue. Let me check. It is. Wait for it. We'll roll that again. We're gonna do a reroll on that. So we're gonna do how we're gonna handle this. I'm sorry, I forgot about that little situation. 5 instead. It is the. Oh, where's my notes? Hang on. Sorry. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a dragon horn. Sadly, those charred and turned to ash. Sadly.
Okay.
Carla?
Everything else is okay.
Carla, can I bother you for a moment?
Yeah. Euphemia, can we take a short rest so me and Thrall can talk?
Yeah, I believe we
on the road.
I believe we should do that because I think Thrall was hungry. I'm going to start cooking up a meal.
I'm not hungry. I've fed, but I was thinking more for you. I don't eat meat unless I'm in beast form.
If Euphemia's cooking, I'm definitely hungry.
But there are a few of us that look like they've seen better days. Like Euphemia seems to be bleeding out. Karlik seems to be bleeding out. Pyrex seems to be bleeding out. I'm thinking perhaps we should rest.
I'm fine.
All right. Just Karlik.
Never been better.
Might need a rest.
I could definitely rest. I'm barely standing.
So we don't have to role play this, Russ. But if Doc is okay with it, I'm just going to pull Karlik aside, and being that he's a bard and storyteller, I want him to try to fill in as much as he can of what I seem to be missing.
Yeah,
Karlik, you agree with
I
this?
want to, if I can, I'm going to try to use my inspiring leadership feat at the same time while I'm telling about our past tales in order to get everybody pumped up for the next leg of the journey.
Great. Also,
I'm going to try and
will you be
interrupt as
telling
much as
it?
possible and correct them into anything that I think would be important.
That's what I was going to ask. Will you be telling it as it happened, or as you wish it happened, or as you'd like him to believe it happened?
Oh, it's embellished, and Calic doesn't get all the details correct. So
Okay, excellent. So you'll have to let us know what you tell,
Ulrich,
or at least let John know what he now believes. All right.
Well, if you need to back off, because one thing I remember clearly is I don't like you.
I'm gonna go by him and crop dust him on the way by. I backed off, brother. But I'm
unaffected by your stench.
I'm gonna work Euphemia's cooking. I'm gonna work diligently to take all the gear that we can save, transport to Euphemia's pony, and then at this point in time, I assume we'll all be walking because there's no point in using the horse as to transport.
So can we spend our hit die rest for the short rest?
Yes. So short rest, you spend your hit die to get.
One of the things I learned real quick, and I don't even know if Russ knows this, you don't have to pre-decide how many hit dice you're using. You can roll them and then continue to decide to keep rolling them.
Oh, really? I thought you had to choose.
I actually did
roll one, and if you want more, you can roll another one. At least according to the book, I just happened to rewrite.
Yeah. So if you roll well like that, someone rolled an 8. That's a great way to start. All right. Okay. So everybody's short resting. And for those who aren't familiar with 5th edition, when you take a short rest, you have a certain number of hit die you get per at your level.
So I'm full up.
You can spend those to generate hit points or to heal.
Do you roll your own hit dice?
Yes.
Like if I roll D6s?
Correct.
Yes.
Actually, Seppi, if you can use your character sheet, you just go. There's a square underneath your current hit points that says hit dice. If you just click on it, it'll add everything you need to add and everything. Yep.
And Karlik can use his healing, his music to give everybody extra D6 onto his hit point.
Oh, each time? Each hit die?
Just once.
Just once
for sure.
One extra D6. Are you gonna do that, Karlik? Because we may not have used our second one if you do that.
yeah, I will do that as well. Yeah, since I'm inspiring, I will. Yeah,
it is inspiring.
All right, well, then I don't have to use my second hit die. I've only used one.
Yeah, I've used 2 with his 6.
Also, Karlik,
One below full.
how many temporary hit points do we get from your inspiring leadership?
7 temporary hit points.
All right, so everybody in the
Nice.
party has 7 temporary hit points.
that's awesome.
I go over to Karlik and I actually give him a hug.
I make sure
It's heartfelt.
Calic looks at Shadin and winks.
After Karlik finishes his speech, I go, "When did you get so inspiring?"
I've always been this inspiring.
Oh, you're right. It's my bad.
You've never noticed because you're too busy talking, brother.
So you said we had 10 temporary hit points?
7.
7. Oh, that's really good.
That is really good.
Can they
you,
bring
Calic.
us above our max?
Yes.
For
Yes.
temporary hit points, yes.
Wait,
Yep.
so temporary hit points are a separate category?
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
And that stacks, that goes up with level. The higher level we get, the more.
I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything. I'm just saying I'm already at my max. I'm just wondering if this is going to help me or, I mean, I understand the rest of you need help. I understand that. I'm just asking,
So one of your skills is avoiding battle, huh?
Yeah, last encounter it was because I kept having to leave right before the blood flew.
I just want to know what your skill set is.
I want that to be a
before we
thing
get into
now.
them up.
Every time fighting start, Craig's like, "Oh crap, gotta go check
I'll
on
be
the
right
kid."
back. I got to go somewhere. I got to give somebody a ride.
All right. Has everybody got all their healing done for their short rest?
And I'm allowed to use as many dice as I want?
Up to 4.
Well,
That's
up to your max.
level.
But just so you know, you only get half of those dice back when you take a long rest. So you'll have that much less next time you do a short rest.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
All right. It's fine. Anything else you want to do before we move out here? So it sounds like you've kind of made the sledge a little bit smaller. Of course, the dragon horns were kind of heavy, so that made some room. And attached it to the pony now, and you got most of your things on there, which seems fair.
And then we searched, stacked the bodies.
Oh, yes.
And then I immolated them.
So one thing to know, there wasn't a lot.
I go up.
Sorry?
Is there anything better than hide armor that would fit a dragonborn on any of these lads?
Well, they do have half plate on many of these guys.
Oh, some of them had chainmail too, Russ.
What's that?
Was there
Yes,
any
there was
full
some with
plate?
chainmail and some with half plate. The leader had half plate. Everybody else had chainmail.
Half plate is medium armor, actually, right?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's the best medium armor you can get.
Right.
And did you?
I could use that. But I thought we gave Karlik the half plate.
Well, that was the captain's half plate. Russ is saying Russ, are there other ones that have half
One
plate?
other one had half plate also.
Okay, there you go.
Well, if nobody wants it, I'll sling it over me back.
You might have to get it to an armor to kind of make some adjustments.
I'll help you fit it when we have a downtime.
Unless someone's got the skill, like the dwarf.
I mean, we got dwarves galore around here.
Yeah, too. Have them coming out of your ears. Also, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they were carrying much money with them. Between all of them, you got about 5 gold pieces worth of various coin mixed up, so you can kind of do with that what you will.
1 gold each.
Yep. However.
Doc got muted and he needs you.
Doc muted himself. Hang on, Doc. I'm on it. Here we go.
Yeah, you can't mute yourself anymore, Doc.
You can mute yourself, but you can't unmute yourself. It's in a one-way muting situation.
It's a one-way.
You can check it. It's like Hotel California of muting. So basically, other than that, the only other big valuable thing, there is a spell book on the one hobgoblin who was casting spells.
We will emulate that, I believe, with the bodies.
Ulrich has that. Yeah, Ulrich has the spell book. He took it last time we played.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
No, I'll keep it. We'll keep that unless Pyrrhic wants it. I'll hold on to it.
He did offer it. He did offer it to Pyrrhic last session, but Pyrrhic was angry.
Well, I want to look to see if there's anything in there that I can use.
It's just paper, probably worthless.
But I imagine there's a bunch in there that you can use. We got shot by a lightning bolt. We got shot by a fireball.
Yeah. So if you want to hold it, Pyrrhic, and you feel you can hold on to it, I'll let you have it.
Well, I know what I'm like, and I stroke Amonkus notes. I know how you guys treat knowledge. I feel like it might be safer over here, Ulrich. Just saying.
You will note that I have not lost anything in this entire adventure that we've been together. But if
your temper at your brother, does that count?
I'm trying to lose him. Now, I'll give you the spell book if you I don't.
All right. So, Seppi, just for your own notes, here's what spells are in the spell book. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
For cantrips, this guy, you can tell just by flipping through the books, this guy was a pretty badass spellcaster. So for cantrips, acid splash, fire bolt, ray of frost.
Acid splash.
You got to write it down, Russ.
Well, he's a slow writer. For a mage, I would expect.
Memorize
acid splash, fire bolt, ray of frost, shocking grasp. Cantrips. You got that so far?
Yep. Acid splash, fire bolt. Ray of frost, shocking grasp.
Yeah. Ready? Here come level 1. Ready? Fog cloud.
Whoa.
Magic missile.
Whoa.
And John's personal favorite, Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Now there's 3 of us that can summon Drac. Oh wait, I don't remember that. Oh,
right.
Wait, maybe Karlik told me. Maybe I do remember.
Level 2 spells. You ready, Seppi?
Yes.
Gust of wind.
Oh.
Melf's acid arrow.
Oh.
Scorching ray.
Oh.
Dang.
This was a good get. Yeah. Level 3 spells.
Oh, scorching ray. Scorching
ray.
Hey, that sounds like it's got fire in it.
It's a little scorchy. Level 3 spells. Scorching ray, by the way, yes, is a fire damage weapon. So yes. Level 3 spells. The ever popular fireball. So that's a good trade because you lost your scroll, but now you've got it in a book. I really don't want to say this next word, but fly.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
Flying dwarves.
And lightning bolt.
What?
And then you ready? There's a level 4 spell, Seppi.
What?
He has 1 level 4 spell. Contain yourself. Now, don't get too excited. Ice storm.
I think he has to change his underpants.
I think he has to change. That was everything in the book, and we were a hair breadth away from Ulrich burning it. So there you go. Yes, sir.
I have 3 things. First is a question.
Yep.
Is the spell book function? I have to transpose these into my spell book, or because they're in a spell book, I have access to them.
If you can carry them around, but now you've got 2 spell books to track around.
Oh, that's okay.
And
Number 2,
you can cast them. You can learn them and memorize them. Once you get to the 5th level, you get everything.
But you can't cast them from a scroll, right, John? I don't think you can just read off it and shoot it like you did with this fireball.
Number 2, I want this only to be accessible to me because I already speak Goblin and Hobgoblin well.
Well,
Is
they're
that
written
okay?
in arcane language, so they were anybody who knows Arcana can read it.
Okay, so it's an arcana language. All right.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay. And now number 3 is role playing.
Yes.
I look up at Euphemia. I look at this book and I flip through the pages, and I just look at her and I say, Euphemia, you know, Frolric just ate somebody who was smarter than himself. And if they treated us like we treated them, we'd all be dead.
Well, that'd be true, except they were about to hurt my good friend Karlik, who's only second behind you. And so when he gave me the wink, I knew it was time.
Oh, we need to talk about winks. That's true. But I just want you to think about what I just said. If they treated us like we treated them,
you do understand that a high principal person is one who can see a complete chess match without making a single comment. Let us go.
All right.
As I walk by Pyric, I put a hand on his shoulder and I look up at him and I reach up to his shoulder and I say, "You're fighting a losing battle. Let's move on."
Oh yeah, you're right. Your wisdom is true.
All right. So now last session, but I just want to double check this because you can do whatever you want. I believe there was some discussion about returning to Owl Well on the way.
Well, that would be dumb if we have our direction to Cragmaw.
Well, you do. So let me remind you where everything is. Let me go back to the map here real quick. We need some music here anyways. Let's go back to the map. And if you want to go ahead and scroll down, you will see that down here, you are, last time, I believe Euphemia drew on the map the planned route. There's the music. And you can see the planned route going from the party camp, which is where you are right now, having defeated the hobgoblins and had a short rest. You originally planned to avoid as much forest as possible. And I will let you guys decide as to why that decision was chosen, but it does allow you to skirt the edge of the woods. The plan was to go to Owlwell, then hang a left and go straight as possible to Cragmar Castle. Is that still the desired course? I'm going to start doing the talking stick thing again. So I'm going to throw a person's name out there. Euphemia, since you are effectively the leader, what's happening?
Yes. Fellows, although you somehow have elected me leader, which I'm very gracious for, I do not need to be a dictator. I believe going down the owl well is the safest because we avoid the woods and we get to look at the bottom of the well, which is very exciting. I didn't get to look at the last one because it was frozen over. And then we'll take a quick jaunt right towards the castle. That being said, if you all want to do something differently, I'm fine with that.
Brilliant move, my friend. Brilliant move, my leader.
I'm directing my speech at Ulrich, not at Euphemia. You're really going to leave your kin in a dungeon somewhere under the hold of bugbears to go look at the bottom of a well. That's pathetic. And
I believe we're taking the most direct route there while avoiding the dangers of the woods. If you don't understand that, then maybe you don't understand exactly what we're doing here.
Why our parents traded my life for yours is something I will never understand nor forgive. You're wasting our time. Russ, real quick.
Yes.
Is it faster to go through the woods or is it faster to go down and cut over?
Well, you don't really. Well, actually, go ahead, Druid. Make a nature check.
And then Doc had his hand up, Russ.
Yep.
I will make a survival check because
and remember, you have no idea where the castle is because you don't remember that.
I only got an 8, so I don't think I know.
Yeah, you don't have strong feelings. You do know that it's generally faster for a bunch of people who aren't good in the woods to travel on plains.
Overland. Exactly.
And it is to travel the woods. Doc, you had a question. Let's start using the talking stick rules and throwing to other people who haven't talked in a while. So, Doc, what do you got to say about this?
So while this was going on, Calic at first emphatically is agreeing with Euphemia, but then Thrall, then Ulrich, then Thrall, then Ulrich. And he's just by the end, he's just so confused, but feels very agreeable to whatever happens.
Excellent.
So we agree, Owlwell then Cragmaw. It's the fastest way.
Oh, I don't think we need to go that. I think we could just hug the trees and we don't even have to be near the owl well. I think that's the compromise, right, Euphemia? We'll travel along and then we'll just skip the extra half an hour. Because, that half an hour could mean life and death.
Oh, but what if we find the perfect magic item at the bottom of that well?
Or what if we're just a moment behind and their poor fire safety kills them all? Because we know fire safety is very important, Euphemia.
That is true. Okay, she's going to roll an intelligence wisdom check. See who she agrees with. 10 or above, Ulrich. 10 or below, Pyric. Ulrich, I think we should go by the owl well, but maybe just skip past it.
Very well. Remember, opportunity is lost. Just that.
You're such a tool, brother.
But that's undeniably true.
That is a tool? I agree.
All right. So when you say by the owl well, Euphemia, are we talking about walking by and just kind of looking at it and literally walking through there? Or are we talking about not even within sight of
I do want to hug the tree line. And so if you're like hugging the tree line, you're going to look to your right and see the owl well. She's not going to be able to resist herself. But if we're hugging the tree line and the owl well's, a 2-mile hike to the right, then she can skip it.
Well, the well is on the path, and the path is slightly faster than not being on the path. So,
I thought that was my line. I didn't think that was.
No, there actually is a path. We had this discussion last time. There actually is a path. It's just not on the map. It's not a road.
Oh, well, then she won't be able to resist herself.
Okay.
So
it goes nearby and through, but it doesn't actually. You can skip right through there though if you want to. I mean,
no. If we're going to be pointing right at the well, she's going to be like a kid trying to ride a roller coaster.
All right.
A book is like carrying a garden in your pocket, Your Grace? Let's go to the wells.
Okay, as soon as they start doing that, I now need help with my character sheet, and I need that to happen before this, because I need to add these spells. Since we're going on a useless jaunt.
one thing, Seppi, is you can't use anything that's 3rd level or higher right now because you're not 5th level.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to have them on my
very
20 sheet.
Yeah, the other thing is you'll actually have to take a long rest and prepare them to use them.
So, Seppi, all you're going to do is go to the eye where a compendium is. In the description, type in the spell and just drag it over onto the appropriate level, and it'll stay there. Okay? And you can do that while we go to the owl well, which should hopefully do just a few minutes to
John
check
is
it
correct.
out.
You need a rest to be able to prepare the spells and have.
I think he was just as a player wanted something to do while they were messing around.
Yeah.
But you can also just you can start looking them up by going to the eye. You can type in any of those spell names and it'll find it. And then to Joe's point, if you open up your character sheet, turn to the spell page, you can drag the spells from the eye list onto your character sheet and it'll drop them in whatever level. Make sure you drop them in the right level. Does that make sense?
And that's it. And then you're done. It's very quick and very easy.
No, I have failed. I have permanently scarred my character sheet with something that now is not what happened. Because I clicked on the eye and it opened up this other menu that allowed me to type things, which is not what I wanted to have happen.
Let me see.
I have a quick out of character thing.
You're thinking of the wrong eye, Seppi. So where are you playing around with the acid thing there?
Yeah, that's a mistake. Can you get rid of that,
thing?
Russ? Can you get rid of that permanently? Yeah. I don't want that there.
The wrong eye, it's actually not that eye. It's not the little eye next to the spell. On the right-hand side of the screen where the chat and everything is, up at the top, there's little icons.
Oh, okay.
There's also an eye, and it says D&D 5th edition. That's the compendium. That's all the D&D rule books that I have uploaded into Roll20.
Oh,
so if you go in there and you type like a spell name, it'll find it, and then you can drag it out of that list onto your character sheet, drop it in the right level, and it'll fix it.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you get rid of the awful thing that I did?
I'm on it.
Thank you. Sorry. There was a lot of eyes. I clicked on the eye that you told me.
Oh, no, there's a lot of things going on here.
And Russ, just to make it easy, so we don't have to kill too much time there, when we get back to the owl well, unless something's going to meet us there, we're just going to investigate the well by looking down it, and you can just sum it up so we can get
Got it. Okay. So so you're heading to the owl well, and are we in our normal marching order, which according to my list here is let's see, according to my list is Ulrich, Euphemia, Pyric, Shadeen, and Karluk. Is that right?
Correct.
Definitely say that out loud, Doc.
Yeah.
I put Calic's marching song in the chat there.
What is his marching song? Give it a good hum.
Well, toads are coming. Well, toads are coming. Main roads are humming with the well toad blues. Well, toads are coming. Well, toads are coming. Well, toads.
For the record, that has now convinced me that this was totally worth it. I was totally offensive before, but his inspiring song has made me 180 on this whole well thing.
The well situation is getting pretty serious. And take a point of inspiration, Doc, for having a well song ready to go.
And if a giant toad jumps out and eats Ulrich, and I get to see a giant toad so I can turn into it, it's all worth it.
It was so worth it, right?
It was, yeah.
You're welcome.
That level of excitement.
Mostly the eating part. It doesn't even have to be a giant toad, Russ. You can eat them with anything.
When my little feet go down its gullet, you'll be like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, Ulrich."
So,
take a point of damage.
I just gotta really quickly fix this real here, and we'll be ready to go. So as you're approaching, you're heading down the path, and you're making pretty good time. And Karlik's song is definitely inspirational. Don't forget your inspiration, Karlik. And you're doing fine. And as you're getting, if you remember, the little well is sort of on this little small hill, and it is right along the path. And as you're kind of getting near the well, Euphemia mentioned that she wouldn't be able to resist looking in. And if you remember, there's all these sort of like low-lying ruined walls around there, and there's that little tower up there that's kind of in ruin. And as you're going along the path and you're seeing this, and you're kind of looking up, you hear some very loud voices coming out from beyond the wall. But because you're a little lower on this hill, and because there's little broken walls there, you can't really see inside the little area that is the owl well yet. But you're hearing these two loud individuals. It sounds like there's probably two but they're very loud. And one's like, ooh, ooh. And you hear this crack noise, like someone's cracking like an almond or something, but it's a loud almond, like a really loud, or maybe a walnut shell. And you hear this loud crack. It's like, ooh, this one tastes like raisins. And then you hear another crack, like an walnut shell. And the other one, you hear another voice says, ooh, this one tastes like raisins too, but my raisins taste a little rotten. Oh, my raisins are rotten too. And they're having this discussion about raisins and walnuts up just over the edge of this wall. And remember, you're a little low, so you can't really see what's going on in there, but that's where you're. I'm going to drop you guys on this map. What do you do upon hearing these sorts of things? And you're in marching order heading down the thing near this well situation.
Just a quick jaunt, eh?
Well, Euphemia will disappear into the woods and scout ahead, but not too far.
Well, the woods aren't really close to you right now. I mean, the woods are like a couple hundred yards away. So if you want to, you can go for that if you want.
I said the wrong thing. I meant weeds, bushes, anything that would let her hide and creep forward.
Try to.
She's going to scout.
Stealth? Okay.
Yeah. Crawl in her belly. She just wants to see.
Are you going to go ahead? You're going to get ahead there?
Yep.
All right.
But she'll keep the group in sight.
All right. And that sounds great. And so you're going to scout ahead. Make a stealth check there, Euphemia, as you scout ahead. Nice. Okay. So just to avoid splitting the party, I'm going to show this all to you guys in a minute. So Euphemia, does anybody else do anything while Euphemia starts to sort of trot off ahead, but in like ninja silent mode?
Get my axe and shield out.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
Calic's going to cast Detect Thoughts and say, that was very brazen. But Pyrrhic, I have a question about raisins. Aren't raisins just grapes that have necromantic energy in them? That's what I heard.
All right.
No.
All right. So Karlik is readying his Detect Thought spell, and Euphemia is sneaking up ahead. Anybody else going to do anything as I get ready to describe what Euphemia
I could make us all very stealthily, but since Pyrrhic's going to want to know these people's papers, what
right back.
Track they hang on, whether they're good or
Eric,
evil,
you have control.
you can't really sneak up on them anyway. So
Euphemia can't leave now. You're the one scouting.
Too late. I'm going to use this break to use my staff to put mage armor on me.
All right. Fair.
Yeah.
Shadeen, what is it you do? Did you stay here with the pony and guard it? That used to be Pyrrhic's job, but there's a lot less now.
No, I think I'm going to be watching you lads. I'll be sticking with the dwarves. They seem to be leadership material.
I am a dwarf. You're going to stay
You heard
with
that
us?
first. Here, you're more like a spider.
Speaking of that, who's leading the horse right now?
That was Euphemia's horse. I think she just left it there in the middle.
No, I'll take it because I'm right in front of her. Actually, give it to Pyrrhic. He's in the back. No, he's dangerous. I'll hold it.
All right. Excellent. So I think I've got the map drawn here, and I'll wait to show it and describe it until Euphemia gets back because she's on point. And if we've learned anything about Euphemia, it's that her initial reaction is completely unpredictable. So I don't want to dare go forward without.
We could say she fell in a hole.
Oh, just bookkeeping question.
Yeah.
Did I go back up to the full 11 charges for the staff between point A and point B?
You haven't. When was the last time you used the staff? I think you used it in. Did you use it in combat? Because we haven't had a full rest. It's every dawn. It hasn't been a day yet.
He didn't use it in the last combat.
Oh, then it should be. What does it recharge according to the notes there? What's its recharge?
Dawn.
But how many?
Is it D6 plus 1? Or I don't remember.
I'll look it up.
We have time, so let's enjoy this time together, friends.
They used to have this mechanic in D&D Seppi where you could cast a spell from the page in your book, but then like a scroll, it burnt the page up and you lost it.
Oh, that's too scary.
So that would be like only if it was like an emergency, but
desperation.
All right.
But they don't have that rule anymore.
Just so you know, Seppi, the staff, I've shared it with you. It's in the list of things over there in the magic items, just so you know.
No, teach me how to use this properly. Then.
All right. So if you go to, you look at if you click on the little newspaper up near the eye.
Yeah.
Right. If you click on the newspaper, you'll see all the things that have been unlocked for you. And there's a section called magic items.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
And if you expand that out, any magic items that I've unlocked for your character. So for example, the Ring of the Ram, someone's got that thing.
That's gone.
You've got the Staff of Defense. Oh, yeah, that is gone.
Winter has it, which means now the spider has it.
Yeah.
So the axe's name, I identified that axe. Can you share that axe with me as well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. The axe, I'll get that for you.
It's Hugh.
It's Hugh, in case you're wondering.
And Hugh is afraid of the woods.
Yes, Hugh. And then I love this feature. If you don't mind, is Cowlick's magic item his sword? Is that shareable or no?
I don't know if I got to make sure they're all in here. Let's see. The Staff of Defense is in there. And no, I got to put the Ring of the Ram. I haven't been good about putting the rest in here. So what do I owe you for next time? I'll put that in there. I owe you
just the ones I've identified. So, Cowlick has been making good use of that sword. And so I want to make sure in the ledger of our villainy, I mean our antics, I mean our adventures, we have all these things properly cataloged.
So I'm going to add these magic items. So there's the axe Hugh, which I made a pretty picture of.
That's awesome.
There's the sword, right? Sword, Cowlick sword. Got it. And what else did you want me to get in there? I think I got everything else in there. But
we're going to take this pause to do some little role playing then that I was going to share until later.
Go for it.
You notice that Pyric is muttering to himself a little bit more. And after hearing the recitation of Cowlick and their adventures, you realize he uses certain elements and certain spells in certain instances. It's just not uniform. It's not uniform or by random. And you catch him muttering himself, Pyric, you shouldn't be using fire. You like fire. You shouldn't be using fire. We talked about this. No fire.
So you've confirmed your insanity to us, basically?
Oh, I've never hid my insanity.
I think we recognize that, and that's why Euphemia is the leader.
I'm brilliant. And so don't, but that scroll was so good. Let's not use that. No more fire, Pyric. But you see him as he's like looking through the hobgoblin's fire spells, and he is very excited about them.
I love it.
We lost Rafe for the night?
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on Rafe to return. We somehow lost him for.
I don't know how long he's left.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, Shadeen.
We should go back
do you have a moment for me? I have some questions. As Pyric tries to shake himself back to.
There's nothing I'd rather talk about than myself.
And then that made us lose interest because suddenly Rafe is back.
I'll try not to take that personally.
No, don't, because I'm very interested.
What'd you find at the well?
We're waiting on you.
Waiting on you, Rafe.
Oh, you're waiting. Okay.
Yeah, we can't play without you because whenever you see something new, you do something completely unpredictable, and so it would not be very Euphemia like.
All right. Well, I appreciate you waiting. I got to hear from Lou, so that was thank you.
And you were scouting, so
appreciate that.
All right. So Euphemia scouted ahead. I just did the party's all arranged here, or ready to go forward and see what Euphemia sees. I will share it with everyone at once just to make things simple, but try to
that's what I want.
Knowledge from player knowledge. So Euphemia, you've snuck ahead. You've got up to the edge of the wall, and you're hearing them discuss. Now they're on to this one, sort of like a creme tartare sauce situation. And one guy thinks it smells a little more like eggs. Also speaking very loud and deep. And as you approach, you peer around the corner, and you see these two massive humanoids sitting cross-legged, both on opposite sides of the well. And there's these bodies of decaying zombies just lying on the ground, and they're popping the heads off and then cracking them on the edge of the well like a walnut, and then scooping out the brains and just really enjoying and comparing notes on the various, the hints, the overtones, sort of the bouquet, if you will, of the various contents of these skulls. And so this is what you see here. But the interesting thing is these giant humanoids, they have these massive sort of like clubs in the ground next to them. They each only have one eye in the center of their forehead, these giant. And they're just sitting there. And so here's what you see. This is what the picture looks like. We're going to drop this over here on that picture there. And so you're looking at that. These two big dudes there, and you're just peeking around the corner. And as of this moment, you rolled a really good stealth roll. A 19 for those who didn't see it. They're not noticing you, but they're definitely working their way on maybe like their fifth or sixth skull here, scooping out the innards.
Okay, so what I know is eating people is wrong, but I don't see this.
You don't see it. Dead people. Okay.
Is that an umbrella?
Actually, no, that's a tent.
Who am I? Who can I see?
That's it. What's that?
Who can I see when I look back? Can I see Ulrich?
You can see back to Ulrich holding your pony's reins, who grabbed them when you hastily jumped off and started stealthing away. He was like, oh, crap, the pony, and he grabbed it.
All right. And have I ever, 19, she's only 19. Would she know, everybody knows what these are, or she have no idea, or would she have encountered any creatures like this before?
Make a knowledge check there, or wisdom check.
Wisdom or knowledge?
Knowledge, if you got
or intelligence, or whatever it would be.
If you got a knowledge stat, make one.
We don't have that anymore. Nature.
What is knowledge? 3. No.
Well, it's a total of a 9, if that matters.
You think they're squirrels?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
History now, isn't it?
I look back at Ulrich.
Yep.
And I make this symbol to him.
He's in trouble. He needs us to defend him. Let's go.
If you're not watching the video, Rafe is making just big hand gestures because
and this
and
a slit
we must kill them all.
And then I start to shimmy backwards back towards the group.
All right, feel free to move your character, Rafe.
I look at Cowlick, seeing if he's about to shake somebody's hand or wink at somebody.
All right.
Since there was no wink, Cowlick's not quite sure what to do.
That's a single move. You want me to move a double move?
No, single's fine. So Euphemia makes those gestures, indicating something of size, also indicating, cut my throat, kill me now, something like that. And she starts to make her way back along the broken wall. We don't need to roll initiative yet. Nothing's really happening at the moment, but try to use the talking stick to pass to each other. Rafe, who do you want to pass the talking stick to? Ulrich.
So I believe there are creatures we must kill. They're defending the well, which we have to get to.
Oh,
Joe, pass the talking
now I know how Doc felt.
Don't forget to pass the talking stick, Joe. So remember the rules. Try to say someone else's name who hasn't spoken in a while and give them a chance to chime in.
I look at the pony. Let's do it.
The pony neighs and looks at Shadeen. Shadeen, the pony's looking at you.
Does the pony look like it would be tasty?
Actually, to a dragonborn, sure. That tastes pretty good in a stew.
Maybe later.
Okay.
I'm still confused about what we care about this well.
There's treasure at the bottom, I tell you. Very.
I heard toad. I heard treasure. I'm seeing nothing that smacks of destiny in this place.
There's large pints of beer up here that we kill these people. Let's go. I saw what he did with his hands.
How does Moradin feel about giants?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking Russ and religion. I would not harm myself by asking you a question that requires knowledge or intelligence.
Yeah, no, Moradin really has feelings about very specific races that have been enemies of the dwarves in the past. So you would have to kind of know enough about dwarven culture and history.
Well, I have history as a skill, so
there you go. So why don't you make a history check to see if you are aware of any issues with large creatures and dwarves?
Okay, that's good. Let's do that. Okay, so I got an 18.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you do remember it's not all large creatures, but there are past issues with giants, specific giants and dwarves. But it's a little unclear if all large creatures, like for example, trolls may or may not fall into that category. Ogres may or may not fall into that category. It's not unclear. Certain giants clearly are bad, but some giants are good. And dwarves don't like all giants, but there's some of them they don't like very much.
Okay. Well, I mean, I need to know if we're just like on the path of, I feel like we should rename ourselves as Moradin's Death Squad, and that everybody should just be on board with that.
If you'd like to understand the whole history of Moradin,
I do. I think much more so than you, Ulrich. I think I do.
And I can understand you. I can explain how the dragons were born, how the other lesser races like elves were created. Then I can show you that later. Right now, it's time for action.
We were there before you were, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that I know my religion and you were not. You came off of Moradin's Forge. And the gods of evil were unfortunately distracted. They got the lesser races, the elven gods and the human gods, to get evil with them. And they got Moradin tied up and bound him. And that's how it created the lesser races.
Well, I don't think that's right. I think
that's awesome.
They had the trough of life, which they did, and the lesser races would have the same purities and be forged with iron like the dwarves were.
You're not the first dwarven priest we travel with, and we had a lot of discussions about this. And
you seem so smart, but you don't understand. I'm not a priest.
Look, this is going to cost me some pain, but in reality, our entire family is made up of clerks and paladins, and he's lived this religion since the day he was born.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your brother.
I'm talking about my brother too, sadly. Ow.
All of a sudden, one of them says, with one loud voice, says, "I'm not your brother. Who are you talking about, brother? Have another one. This one's got a cream filling. Didn't you call me brother?"
And when I hear that, I realize how loud they are. So I'm like.
So Euphemia's gesturing to be quiet to the group. She's still about 20 feet away.
And I look at her and then look at Ulrich and I wink. And then I keep on talking loudly. I'm talking about the brother you guys didn't want to save to come to here to start this whatever we're going to do.
Yeah, but
you remember there's more than the both of you that hate each other. There's the one that you like.
But what I know of Moradin, what Ulrich is telling you is true. I don't know what Adric told you, but
I can tell you the history of the stones. That's the history of the dwarves, as well as the relics of the dwarves and the catechism of the dwarves. If you'd like to hear the whole thing from the beginning, it won't take long, just a few hours. It will explain the history of the races and the gods, and as the creation from the maker all the way down. Would you like to hear the rest of it?
Joe, take a point of inspiration.
We are definitely going to have this discussion. I don't understand. Like, elves are born of trees and nature. And
no, they were not. Nature, we understand Moradin uses nature, which is why it encompasses things like him, and I point to Thrall.
I slide my battle axe out of its holder, so I'm at least ready for whatever comes next.
One of them says, "Are you hear a loud voice? Nature, nature is calling me. Go back, be right back. This one good." And you hear like very loud footsteps are starting to move around inside the building. Meanwhile, Joe, continue on your dissertation of the history of Moradin.
A question, Russ.
Yes.
is this just a difference in religion beliefs, or is this canon?
That's canon.
for Sword Coast people.
Oh, the Morden stuff that Joe is quoting is reasonably close to canon, although he may be embellishing slightly. But it doesn't mean that your character believes that or think it's true. You don't have to believe that.
Yeah. So
do the elves acknowledge this? Do they think it's
no,
true?
the elves and the dwarves have disagreement. Well, Joe's giving everything that's canon from the dwarves' perspective.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
So,
it's not, there's absolute truth in the Sword Coast.
Yeah, to make it clear for you, there's people that believe, in gods and people that believe in ancient aliens. So, two different things.
No, here we go. Ancient aliens. Wait, how many episodes did we get through before Ancient Aliens showed up? That was pretty impressive.
Not how many episodes. It's how many seasons did we watch?
All right, move along. Right.
Okay, so this is a normal theological debate that elves and dwarves have.
Would be yes. What you're hearing is something that your character has probably heard before from other dwarves or scholarly folk who debate about which of these things are right or wrong. There's no absolute truth in this topic. It's just the dwarves' perception, the elves' perception. And by the way, not all dwarves and elves agree on this stuff either. It depends on which.
No. All dwarves agree. All except for Dugar. All dwarves agree. This is the way it is.
Yeah. Well, Joe's now as a priest and paladin. Joe has a very firm point of view. Is all I'm saying.
And I'm glad to distract him because instead of just running up to things and murdering them, he's instead participating in a theological debate. And that is why I'm going to continue this.
Okay. So Shadeen, by the way.
Yes.
I need you to make a perception check. And Rafe, what is your question? You have your hand up.
Doc first, then me.
All right, Doc, go ahead.
I can add to this discussion here. Why do Cyclopses
I see nothing.
get along?
Okay.
Why do Cyclopses get along so well? They always see eye to eye.
This is why Doc is my favorite. Doc, I feel like as a person, I've just gotten inspiration yet again.
All right. No one notices anything, but there's loud sounds coming from where I'm pinging right now on the map. And I'm not necessarily updating where everybody is in the inside because nobody can see in that right now.
Loud sounds like footprints, like footsteps.
Could be. Sure. Your perception check was so low, you have no idea.
Rafe, I have no idea.
Can I make a perception check?
No,
Rafe had his hand up.
So, Russ, I'll let you as the DM handle the timing of this. But what I'm envisioning for Euphemia is she's starting to have fits about this, about the fact that nobody's paying attention to these two humongously large creatures as they're having this philosophical debate. So she's like hurrying up, scurrying backwards. So she's facing them, scooching back super fast so she can chastise them to move, to shut up.
So are you getting closer to draw your range? Where are you getting closer to? Are you getting closer to the party or the backwards part's confusing me. Are you moving towards the party or towards the?
I'm facing the Cyclops and moving with my butt this way. Whoops, sorry, I didn't hit the arrow.
Just go ahead and move your character. Where are you going?
This way. I want to go back to the group to say, quiet, there's two giant-sized creatures.
Right. Shh. Go ahead and move yourself one movement action for yourself there.
Oh, one whole move action?
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. And Joe, you were kind of going up to the edge there. Ulrich, are you trying to get up and
I'm trying to
through the
peek
cracks?
through this. Yeah, I was waiting for my turn.
Right,
I was going
to make a stealth check there, Ulrich.
Oh yeah, you name it. Heavy armor has disadvantage.
It does. Yes, it does.
So I will do stealth times 2. 1, 2.
Okay, that would
suck it. 7.
7, and did you roll disadvantage? You get to roll 2 of those.
I got it. 16 was my better.
Oh yes. So that's not great. So John, you were going to do something or say something, and then
I was asking if I could. I had slid up here to where my token is, and I was wondering if I could see through that crack and see if there's anybody in there.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Sure. That's a 9.
Nope, negative. But as Ulrich sneaks up to look through the crack, you all hear, your pee break's gonna have to wait. I smell and hear fresh food. And you hear sort of this rumbling as someone's trying to stand up. And then over the wall, you can see one of these one-eyed creatures towering over the edge of the broken wall as it rises to its full height. And it is indeed, I'm going to ping on it. It is indeed right there. This guy stands up and he's now looking out, and we're going to have to roll for initiative.
Well,
Here, do you want to talk him off? Talk him down?
Normally, I would be very afraid, but somebody's giant one-eyed creature like looming down over me isn't something that I'm not used to.
All right. And go ahead and roll your initiative.
I have to click on my token first, right?
Yes, that's the magical maneuver there.
We'll wait and see what other people do first.
Yep. So we've got I see Karlik's in the list. I see Ulrich's in the list. I see Thrall and Euphemia. I'm missing Shadeen. Do you know?
I should be there.
You got to click your token first on that.
I'll get Shadeen.
Can you want to add me, Russ? I got a 10.16.
Ready. Adding.
I rolled.
Sorry.
I got an 13.
10.16. And Pyric, you're not in there either for some reason. So
I clicked on me and it made all this stuff come up on me, but it did not do it.
Sometimes it's
not even a roll.
What'd you get, Pyric?
Yeah, I don't even see Pyric's roll.
17?
13.
13. All right. All right. And let me organize this stuff. Okay. So there we go. So Thrallrick, you see this guy stand up and you are just feeling real like on the balls of your feet, ready to go. So Thrallrick, what are you going to do?
Good question. I've never gone first in this campaign before.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to my life.
My 4-foot life.
Not even.
I just read
so I can. Which one can I see, Russ? Ping him.
The guy I'm pinging now is the one you can see. The other guy, and actually, honestly, you're not really sure, except for the fact that it clearly sounded like two things were talking to each other. Euphemia didn't really give you good guidance on what she exactly saw, how many there were, or anything else.
All right, I'm gonna drop a fog cloud.
Ooh, fancy.
So I'm gonna need a 20-foot radius fog token.
I'm on it. I'm bringing it up.
How high is this wall, Russ?
About 5 and 6 feet in places, which normally wouldn't block on a site because you're also lower on a hill.
So I'm gonna. So what portion of our Cyclops friend can I see?
His upper shoulders and head.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna use his sternum as the point. It's not attached to him, so it's not.
What's the size of it? What's his size?
No, it's 20-foot radius. What do you got? You got nothing going on.
Well, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's actually pretty close. Well, that's 20-foot diameter.
No, you have like a 10-foot radius.
Well, I'm on it. Hang on.
It's 4 squares every way.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's 15-foot radius. You're getting better.
All right, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
One more.
It's got to be one more bigger, brother.
There you go.
Each direction. There you go.
Direction.
There we go. All right, got it. Where are you going to put it?
Now we're talking. One more square diagonally towards the well. Yeah, that way. One more square. Yeah, perfect. Right there.
All right, nice. All right, the fog cloud appears. Poof.
I reach out and say some Druidic terms, and that appears there. And I said, "What's the plan here?" And that's my turn.
All right. What does the fog do, John? Just block line of sight?
I'll throw it in the discussion chat. Right. There. It creates a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners, and its area is heavily obscured. Heavily obscured is like invisible, so you can't see anything.
Nice.
It lasts for the duration or till a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles an hour, disperses it. So that's it.
All right. So Euphemia, you can see this creature standing over there for a moment ago, but now he's gone in this cloud.
Yep. She will draw her bow. She will take aim. Not using that as a technical term, and she will wait. And if they attack Ulrich or any of my party, she will loose an arrow.
Wow. Jesus. All right. Now it is the creature in the cloud's turn, and he's like, "I saw some, but now it's cloudy." And he's going to make his intelligence check, which is not really the best thing. It's not as strong. Oh,
nails it.
Nailed it. He
Somebody
just
took their vitamins.
He took his thing, and he's like, "Oh, I've seen this movie," and he pivots and he runs.
I've seen this
10,
movie.
15, 20, which is pretty good for a cyclops, honestly. He moves 30 feet, so he's actually walking, and then he's going to make a dexterity check to leap over the wall here and try to do a dramatic move. So here he comes, his dex check.
Give me a 1.
And natural 1. Oh no! And he hits his knee and he falls down right there, ending his turn against the wall. So we'll put a little token on him that says he's prone.
Russ, can he do that thing, when you lift your foot not high enough above the step and you catch the step?
Yes. He's like, he bangs his shin. He's like, and then he falls over holding his shin. And so, yes, unfortunately, he's down, and that ends his turn. Karluk, you just saw this guy come running out like he knew it was up out of the cloud and then trip over the wall and is now falling behind it.
Nice. If I run towards the wall, am I going to be able to attack him, or is he on the other side of the wall?
Well, he's on the other side of like a 5-foot wall, so it'd be a little bit of work to pull that off. And also, your side of the wall is a little bit lower because it's on a hill. And he's now prone, so you can't actually see him right. So right now, you actually can't see either of them because one is apparently sitting and the other one just tripped and fell.
Could I thunder wave him through the wall?
That summons dragons.
Does Thunderwave go through thick walls, John? It's like the
dragon summoning spell.
2-foot wide wall. I
see.
I have to look up Thunderwave to see if it can travel through a wall. I'm not sure it can.
It probably goes around corners like every other spell, but not through stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it'll go through that wall.
Okay, not through the wall.
It's not a thin wall. If you look at that wall, it's probably 2 feet thick.
Yeah, the wall would actually take the damage, Russ, and you'd have to do structural damage.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We could do. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, with your knowledge of your spell, it doesn't seem like the most effective attack in this situation.
All right. Would it be possible for me to run, jump, leap up over the wall, and then jump down and attack him?
Yeah, we're great for the Cyclops. Action. Go for it.
Go for it. All right. You want me to roll anything to get over the wall?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, you're going to have to make an acrobatics check or athletics. I will allow you to choose either of those. One is based on dex, and one's based on strength. So you can either do it with style or with brute force, but you'll need one of those two things to get over the wall.
All right. I will acrobatics it. Before I leave, though, I'm going to bardically inspire. I'm gonna look at who's going next here. Oh, Pyrrhic's up next. Well, you're no good for bardic inspiration. I'll look at Shadeen. Shadeen, what has one eye and makes a terrible mess?
I don't know.
A hurricane. And then with that, I'm off.
Joke. I'm gonna have to go with dad joke level on that one.
You would think the answer would be a cyclops. It's why it's funny.
You know what they say about jokes? You've got to explain.
That's right.
That was really good.
That's the response you always want after you tell a joke. Thanks, Rafe. See here. Acrobats. 18.
18 is solid. So yes. So you get your full movement.
Nice.
And the wall does not slow you down to move over it. You leap right over it.
All right. It's the coolest thing Calic's ever done.
Yes, definitely.
Prone, so you get advantage on him.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Let's see here.
Nice call, Joseph. Oh.
All right. So 15 is my high.
15 will hit. He's not wearing any kind of armor. He's kind of blubbery, honestly. But yeah, you hit him.
Nice. And 11 damage. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, that'll do some damage to him there. So he takes he looks honestly though more annoyed than hurt. His last cow I eat not put up so much fight. And it is Pyrrhic's turn. Pyrrhic, you're up.
Russ, give yourself a point of inspiration for great Cyclops dialogue.
Okay.
Pyrrhic, you're up.
I am up. You said this wall is 5 feet?
Yeah. Plus or minus. It's some pieces it's 4'6", some places it's 7. It's very ruined.
It doesn't say on flaming sphere if the sphere has to stay within range of me. Does it?
It does.
So range of me is 60 feet. It has to stay within this range of me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to.
So the voice that says no fire is losing today.
Oh yeah, it's no fire. I start twitching, and you can feel the air around me crackle with cold as I pull all the heat into the glass, into the staff of ice, and then I drop the flaming sphere right. Where's the ping icon? Is it hold? Right and hold?
Left hold, left click. There you go.
I'm going to do it right here and then have it hop over the wall and collide into this guy, giving him a hot flick.
Now, does flaming sphere stay on the board or does it go away?
It stays.
That was a great description.
How big is the flaming sphere?
It's about that big. It's 5 foot square. It takes up a square. And anything that ends next to it has to roll for damage.
All right. I'm going to give you control of the flaming sphere, Seppi, and you can move it around where you like.
Oh, my gosh. I would like to that be the first time a man said that to me, but it's not.
Okay, Seppi. Move that sphere, Seppi. You can move it wherever you want. It's your token.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna hop over this 5 foot wall. It's gonna go whoop, and it's gonna hop over this wall, and it stops movement. Boom.
All right. The sphere hits the Cyclops. He does not look pleased. Go ahead and roll damage. Does he even make any saves against this, or is it just
it is a dex saving throw.
All right.
Which I believe he has disadvantage because he's prone, Russian.
Yeah.
It'll be under prone. I don't remember.
Yeah, I got it right here. Prone. Can only crawl. Disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage. Nope. There's no disadvantage for dexterity saves. Interestingly. So here goes his dex save. He gets a 19. He somehow rolls aside after having been poked by a cow. He's just you not set me on fire that easy. What does it do if he makes a save, Seppi?
Half damage.
And so what does half damage look like?
I'm going to make sure I'm clicking in the right thing. And here's the spell in our... Oh, come on now. I thought I was being so good with this today. I'm put this in the game. There it goes. Goes into our quote bubble. It is 2d6.
So roll 2d6.
All right. And this is not the right screen. Okay. Sorry about that. And boom.
Nice.
Oh, it's an irritation to him. He barely cares.
5 and half damage because he's made his save. So we're looking at 3 points of damage. He looks like he's stepped on a small match or something. Just smarts. Okay. Shadeen.
Cracks me up.
Shadeen, what are you gonna do?
So I know that this guy here. Wait, give me a second.
Yeah, that guy there. Yeah.
This guy there is now prone, but I knew he was there, right?
Yeah, because you saw him run up and trip. You also saw Karluk leap over the wall with some kind of dexterous maneuver, lift his weapon over his head, and strike down, and heard something about cows attacking. And then you also saw a flaming sphere fly over the wall as well.
And is this guy upright? Like, is he taller than 5 feet so I can see him?
No, you cannot. Euphemia saw him sitting, and apparently that's too short to see over the wall.
Okay.
So you really only know. I mean, Euphemia, you heard 2 people talking, but you only really know where one of them is.
Okay. Is it my belief that I could move through this little, like, this thing right here?
Yes. Although you don't know that there's a wall between you and the guy the other direction. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. But I'm thinking.
Right. But you can. Yes. It looks like you could probably squeeze through there without too much trouble. Wouldn't slow you down or anything.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I still can't see anything, or I can't see. I can't see this there. Guy.
Make a perception check.
That's not going to help me. Okay, so
it's the heat of battle. There's like fog floating around. There's fire shooting all over the place.
I didn't say it didn't make sense. I just said it wasn't going to help.
All right, check it out.
Inspiration, great.
Okay. Yeah, I see nothing.
Oh no! With a 3, you're like, what the hell's going on here? It's a mess. It's a madhouse.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's about all I can do right now.
All right. Excellent positioning, and it's Ulrich's turn, and you know about as much as Shadeen does right now.
All right. I'm going to do the standard fare, which is I'm going to cast Bless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bless. I got 3 people near me. Oh boy, that's tough. I only got Pyrrhic and Euphemia, my brother, and myself to pick. Oof, that's tough.
You could use the pony.
All right, so I'm going to bite it. I'm going to bless myself, Euphemia, and Thalric.
Oh.
And
Russell, is there any way to refuse that?
No, you can't actually refuse bless.
Because Morden and I don't get along.
Oh, wait, does bless require a willing recipient?
Let me check. Hold on a second. Let me throw it up there. I never thought about that.
Now, just for the record, in the private knowledge ledger of hate, every time you guys scorn putting a spell on me that's beneficial, I remember.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice within range.
Yeah, no, you can't repel the blessing.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I bless you, brother. You don't want it? I definitely give it to you.
I told you never to do that.
Too late.
I mean, they're always making Pyric brave, and he doesn't want that. So I guess
that's
right.
What a bastard.
And there's no way I can get to anybody at this point in time. So I am going to take the better point of valor and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And what can I see?
Make a perception check, Joe.
Through perception, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Let's you asked for it, you get it here. Core. Oops, sorry, it's spells. Come here. Perception. I am super perceptive.
Yeah, you are.
4.
Not with a 3. Nope. You're also confused. The fog and everything. I mean, you're kind of looking through the gaps there, but you're seeing mostly fog and other things moving around in the middle.
I'm not 100% convinced that these giants exist. They are invisible to all of us.
All right. So I'm gonna
stay wailing away on something.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there. That's the best I can do. So everybody that got it, put a little blessed thing on yourself.
Yep. All right.
I have to.
Yes.
Yes, you have to. All right. It is the other creature's turn, who now stands up and says, he says, Gulsol, what happened to you, Gulsol? And he makes a quick intelligence check to see if he can figure out the situation. But a 9 is not so good. So we're going to roll evens. He turns right. Odds he turns left. Let's just see which way he goes. And odds he turns left. So he makes a left turn and exits, and then turns left again, makes a perception check to see if he can figure out where everybody is, because he wouldn't automatically look the right direction in time. But a 10's pretty solid. And he sees you there, Ulrich, and he will advance and swing on you. So he's going to go ahead and swing on you with his club.
Euphemia gets a strike first.
Oh, that's right.
I do have my...
Yes, you said until someone attacks your friend.
Until I got attacked. That's why I waited, because that other guy didn't attack anybody.
He lifts his club, preparing to strike the dwarf.
Okay. I do not get advantage because I do not get my special ability yet.
Nope.
Don't you get it because he's within 5 feet of Frank?
He gets his damage, but he doesn't get his advantage to hit.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's what'd you get? What's your total?
I don't know. I switched screens. 9 total.
You get to add a D4 to that to hit. Don't forget for your.
Oh yeah, D4. Oh, I might hit. They're pretty big.
Might help against these guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it might. Their AC is not great.
10.
10 total.
10 is not enough. Nope. The arrow deflects off of one of his pieces of hide. And it
was holding the string for too long.
As he swings his club at Ulrich. He swings his club at you like he's done this many, many times. It's a great way to catch food. And his first hit is going to be a 25. That's probably going to strike your armor class. This club is like the size of a small tree. So we're going to roll 3d8 damage plus 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 20 points of damage as the swing comes down on you. And then he brings it back on the backswing and tries to swing at you again. So here comes his second swing. And that roll is a 15 plus 9 is a 24. Will that also hit?
Yeah, 24 hits. Yeah, that's going to
be. Just checking. Get
all
another
day and twice on Sunday.
Get another 3d6 plus 6 on you here, bludgeoning damage. So, 3d8. So that's 10, 14, another 20 points of damage. He's really good at rolling 20s.
20 points. I'm bloodied.
Yeah, good. You got hit twice for 20 points each. That's basically what happened there.
Yeah.
You're bloodied.
And I got to make 2 Constitution save. Constitution saves. Or I lose my bless. 1 makes it at 22.
Nice.
1 makes it at 12. So make
nice. Ulrich, that's very impressive.
Nice.
Getting hit by a tree trunk twice in a row.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you guys see this thing just take a big old whacks on Ulrich, and he's starting to look like he hasn't looked this bloody in a while, honestly. But Thalric's not surprised because it's his brother, and Thalric, it's your turn.
Damn, we've split ourselves, you bastard. You went in the wrong direction. Euphemia, Pyrex, support my stupid brother. I have to help the others. And I'm going to bonus action and change into a bear. So I'm going to need my bear token.
I'll need the bear, please. Yes, coming up with a bear.
You notice my bless icon is a skull and crossbones?
I did
saw
notice
that.
that.
I did see that.
Touch me with that tainted god, will you?
There's your bear. And there you go.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I have a climb speed of 33.
You'll take fire damage. You end next to the sphere.
I'm not ending. 4, 5, 6. And I'm attacking down at this guy.
And the bear can climb over the wall, you said, right? No problem.
I have a climb speed, so
nice.
So basically, I'm flanking him now with Karlik.
You would be, I don't want to be that guy, but it's 5 feet up, 5 feet over, right?
Well, I have a 40 move normally.
Oh yeah,
then I just had to climb 5 feet up, so I should be fine.
I think you're good. So you get there, you're flanking the thing on Karlik. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Give me a second to pop the bear up here.
Here comes the bear.
Move it over here. All right. So then I will fight. I'm attacking with advantage. So I'm just going to roll these twice because I'm flanking. So first I got a fight attack.
Oof.
Oh, that's probably a miss.
Both rolls are the same. So 8 misses. That's awesome.
Yes, that misses.
You can add D4 to that if you'd like.
Oh yeah. Well, let me add the D4. That was my second attack, but I forgot about the D4. Even though I didn't want it, I've got it. So I might as well use it.
You don't have advantage?
He did. He rolled the same number twice.
He rolled an 8 twice.
Does a 12 hit, Russ?
No, it does not, unfortunately.
12 does not hit?
No.
All right. Then my first bear clock is a 23. Let's just see if I get
that hits. That hits.
I did not get a critical, so I'll just do the regular claw damage here. He is going to take 9 slashing damage.
9 damage. Nice. So unfortunately your bite misses. Again, his hide seems to be getting everybody's way, but the bite does a pretty good bite on him there, although he is not bloodied by any stretch of the imagination.
No, we're screwed.
Euphemia, you're up.
Okay. Now Euphemia, because she didn't move, she can take her bonus action to aim.
Yeah.
She's going to shoot her bow. That's one of her special feat / abilities, which means she gets advantage on the attack.
All right.
I'm just going to roll it twice.
You get that a +4 D4 to your short bow too.
Well, does a 15 hit, Russ?
15 does hit.
So you're not the bottom.
So now I can do the damage as sneak attack damage. Man, it's like really delayed. It's like rolling the dice on my screen, super delayed.
Yeah.
What is that, Joe? 3d6?
3d6 +4, I think.
Yep. There you go.
And I can, with another part of my scout feat, I can re-roll 1d6. It's called piercing, but I have to take the second roll. So I'm going to roll the 1-2.
All right.
Over again.
You got a 2 again.
The gods want it to be more than wants it to be a 2.
So you got 11 points of damage.
+4, 15 total.
And which one were you shooting?
Ulrich's.
The only one we can see from outside.
The eye.
Right.
I was aiming for the eye.
All right. You didn't get him in the eye, but he is definitely got poked again with another arrow, although he does not appear to be bloodied either. And speaking of only seeing one, it is now the one who's next to Karlik, the bear, and the flaming sphere's turn to stand up. And he does stand up. So he deprones himself. That's an official term. Now, how does the flaming sphere work, Karlik? I mean, Pyric, does it do damage every turn he stands in it? Does it have to move out of the way at the start of his turn, end of his turn?
First of all, it feeds my thirst for the souls of the immolated.
All right, excellent.
And after that, if you stand next to it, then it sets you on fire just a little bit.
All right.
So any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the spear makes a dexterity saving throw, Russ.
All right. So he's gonna make an intelligence check here. It's an easy one, but these guys aren't very bright. So let's just do that real quick. It's DC 10 to get out of the way of the sphere. Oh, but he rolls a 2. Not bright enough. He just stands up and takes a swipe. Let's say you both hit him now. But he really doesn't like the fact that a food source, which is a cow, is fighting him. So I'm going to say that it is a 15 or less. He attacks Karluk, but anything else is the bear. Yes, Karluk it is. So he doesn't like the attack cow. So he's coming at you, Karluk. Here comes his first swing. He gets I believe he's +6. I think it's a 16. What's your armor class there, Karluk?
That's
+9. It's a 19. What's your armor class?
Yeah, 19 would hit me. Do I have the half plate on? I thought when we ended last session, we said the half plate would have fit me from the hobgoblin.
Yes, because you're a little bigger. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm 18, so he still gets me.
18, but he sneaks it in there on you. So that's going to be 3d8 plus 6. Again, we determined this earlier. So there's the 3d8. So that is a 11 plus 6 is a 17 points of damage with his first swing. And then again, these guys are really good on the back swing here. So here comes his second swing. Nat 20. Let's go to the crit cards. Let's see what's going to happen here.
We're going to need a new cow.
Let's see. Dan, hit check for Dungeon Masters. Here we go.
How many hit points do you have left?
17.
All right.
And what's your total hit points?
Total HP is 30.
So if he does 47 points of damage, you're dead outright.
Right. Here we go.
Sad ending for Calic.
Doesn't seem very likely though. No, it's not going to be 47. That's going to be it's going to be 11 plus 6 is 17 more points of damage. Karluk.
Oh, you dropped me on the button.
Did you get your own temporary hit points, or do you not get temporary hit points for heroic?
Let's get those hit points.
Yeah, he ate right through them all. As I'm falling down, I look at him and I say, "Why do cyclopses make terrible pirate captains?" And then I just fall over.
We've got to say we'll never know. Karluk, not that it matters, but the critical was a gut punch. You couldn't make any bonus actions for 1d4 rounds. But we're going to say since you're down, that's the least of your worries. I looked down for a minute to get the card and look back up, and you're all wearing battle hats. And Craig, take a point of inspiration for yours. That is excellent.
Thank you.
That is very, very good. I love it.
How much total damage did you take from my ledger?
That was let me see. I had 27 plus 7, 34 total.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So Karluk is down, unfortunately. Sorry, Karluk. We'll put a little dead token on you there, even though it matches the dead blessing from on the dwarf. Okay. So sadly, Karluk, sorry to hear that. Karluk, it is your turn. But by the way, before as you drop the cyclops. Now eat cow time, and it is cow time. Karluk, it's your turn. Make your death save. How'd you do there?
Oh, did he take his damage from the flaming sphere?
Oh no, I did not. Why don't you go ahead and roll his damage? He's got to make a dex save, right? Here we go.
I thought he did that. Oh, he just didn't move.
No, I think if he stays there, he automatically.
Oh, it's automatic. So roll the damage there, Pyric.
Is that right?
I think he might still get a save. I posted it in the thing, so go ahead and take a look.
Yeah, it takes 2d6 on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
I did 11.
11, nice. And
and he does get a save. So
yeah, he gets a save. So here comes his dex save again. Not his strong suit. What's your DC?
Pretty high now. Let me see.
His
it should be at the top. 14.
Yeah. So you do it. So he takes the full 11. Nice. So he's still not bloodied, but he's definitely not looking very happy about the situation. He's looking happier than Karluk, but not a lot happier. All right, Karluk, it's your turn. Make your death save if you haven't already.
Calic sees his Minotaur mother calling to him from the netherworld right now. Mommy, give me your udder.
Doc, I kind of like it when you go down. It's kind of anyway. Okay, moving on. Pyric.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about my last comment. Just move along like I didn't say it. And go on to whatever you're gonna do.
What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't hear that.
It's good.
Pyric
for the best.
Jeffy was the one person you did not want to hear that comment.
Yeah, I know. It got right by him. I'm glad.
Are you sure?
You'll have to listen to the audio. You'll have to listen to the audio.
That's utterly ridiculous. Okay, for my bonus action, I slam the spear into the one-eyed monster, and that, of course, is not something I have ever said before in this conversation.
The sphere makes his little the one-eyed cyclops makes his dex save. Does he?
That's a bonus action now.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. He gets a not. I know it's trying to roll here again. It's having trouble. Yeah, the dice are delaying tonight for some reason. That's weird. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go to my regular dice pool right here and just roll it here the old-fashioned way. Oh, he fails again. Give me some damage there, Pyric.
Okay. And he takes 5 more.
5 more points of damage. All right, excellent. He's
Pyric.
Bloody.
Aim for that one. That one.
Aim for that one. Okay. All right, then. Well, I do what Euphemia tells me because she's one of the voices in my head I don't like to say no to.
All right.
And okay, we determined that we got to do this first down there. I cannot control more than one flaming sphere at a time, can I?
No, because it's a concentration spell. So
only one concentration spell at a time?
Yep.
Correct. So just do something that does straight up damage.
Okay, then.
Unless you can banish one, that'd be awesome too.
I do not know exactly where all the things are going on, but I have a general sense of it. And normally I would take time to be more careful, but the panic in Euphemia's voice snaps me into out of fire mode and back into being a good citizen. And so I hold the staff of ice up over my head and poof, you see one snowball go flying in the air, but then onto the dwarf's location, all the rest rain down.
Oh, nice.
And of course, since I'm a master of this craft, it does not hit the dwarf, but everywhere around him.
All right.
Nice.
Danger close.
No, okay. So that's how you make an artillery spell, Artie. So a flurry of magical snowballs erupts. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, yeah, you make that dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, this is not their strong suit. So here comes his dex save. He did
not make it.
Definitely not. He rolls a 4.
Okay, then Mr. Man, you take this, you one-eyed monster.
All right.
Okay, I'll take it.
So is that 9?
That's 9 points.
Okay, he takes 9 points of damage. He's doing pretty well though. Actually, he's been hit by much. So, all right. Nice job, Pyric. Shadeen. Now's your moment, Shadeen.
So I can see everybody now, correct?
Oh yeah, they're all standing tall and proud. The one just north of you has got a few cuts on him, but doesn't look too bad. The one south of you looks pretty healthy, actually.
All right, I am. I'm gonna look at this one other.
I also heard a wailing moo a while ago and something about udders.
Yeah, that wasn't good. I don't. Okay, I gotta switch that. So I'm just gonna move over here a little bit.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast Bane on both of these creatures.
Ooh, that seems.
You're the best.
What's it do?
Okay, Bane is the opposite of Joe's spell. So every time they make an attack or a saving throw, they have to subtract D4 from it.
Oh, we'll put a little sad symbol on their faces.
Okay, but wait, there's more.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, I'm going to call down the Hexblade's curse on this guy here.
Ooh, what does that do?
And that is, he's cursed for, this whole thing is going to last a minute. His curse ends. I gain bonus damage against the target So I get +2 bonus damage against him every time I attack him. I do a critical hit on a 19 or a 20.
Nice.
And if he dies, I get a bunch of hit points back.
Nice. All right. So he's definitely cursed. All right.
He's what we call in the biz double hexed.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right. He's hexed, if you will.
Hexed.
All right. Anything else from you there, sir? You want to move or anything? Or are you good?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
For now.
Ulrich, you're staring down a giant one-eyed creature. What you going to do?
Staring at death right now, and I just need to stay alive until people come help me. So I am going to drop the bless. I'm going to with a bonus action cast Shield of Faith to up my armor class to 20. And then I'm going to take the dodge action to make him force a reroll and take the worst of the two on attacks. That's my entire action right there.
All right.
And so everybody that has bless up no longer has it.
What is the symbol that's on me?
I think that was bless. Oh,
No, I
that
didn't-
was
I didn't bless him.
that was Karlek's thing. Karlek, you gave him inspiration, right? I think so.
Yeah,
That's still
Shadeen
there?
has inspiration.
And Pyric has inspiration too.
I
right?
think that's just left over from battles before. I don't know.
All right. I'll get rid of it.
Okay,
Gone.
then.
There you go. All right. Okay. So Joe, you've done all that. Are you attacking him or no?
I can. If I'm taking the dodge action, I can't
Okay,
attack.
got it.
I'm trying to stay alive and
Trying to stay alive. Makes sense. Well, probably a good thing you did because now it is the big guy in front of you's turn, and he's gonna, he's single-minded or single-eyed, if you will, on his focus, and he's gonna go right after you there, Ulrich, because you're right there in front of him, and it seems like an obvious move. So, what are all the modifiers against him right now? Because he's gonna
have he's a disadvantage to hit me and subtracts a D4 from his attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2d20 and pick the worst. Here they come. So here comes his 2d20s. It looks like he got a 12 and a 14. So he's going to take the 12 and he's got to subtract D4 from that, right? Because of Craig's thing.
Correct.
So he gets a 12 minus 1 is he gets an 11 and he is, I believe, +9.
Plus
So that
9
would
or
be-
+6?
+9. So that is a 20. It's +6 damage, +9 to hit. So that is a 20 he gets. Does that
Jesus,
hit?
yeah, hits me. I'm down. That's gonna be
All right, here comes 3d8. 6, and it's going to 11 points of damage. +6 is 17 points of damage.
I'm down.
Oh, Ulrich is down. Kerflump. All right, this is becoming a situation. So let's put Ulrich in the down situation, little dead ex-prolger here, and moving on to the next person's turn. Here we go. It is Ulrich's turn.
Looks awful. All right. I'm going to just continue attacking this guy. I don't have any advantage or anything anymore, but
we are at the top of the initiative, and we are at
Oh,
time.
do we want to pause it here for dramatic moment?
dramatic
You guys a week to
effects.
figure out battle tactics in this situation?
I feel like I could use a week of talking to people
All
to try
This is
to
a
make
really
this.
dramatic moment. It is the top of the round. We have, for the first time this campaign, 2 characters down, I believe. I don't think we've actually seen that.
Yeah, these guys are way outclassing us.
And there are, one of them is, neither is bloodied of your opponents. One of them definitely looks like he's not having a great day, the one with the fire on his foot. The other one is hardly really wounded. So yeah, it's looking a little dubious right now for our heroes. Let's find out what's going to happen next time. Now, also, before we leave, though, we should determine who's going to give us the summary of the results here. So
it is Ulrich who has taken the most damage today.
All right. So
I
we're
just
in
took 56 points of damage in 2 rounds. with an armor class of 20.
I know they're hitting rail there.
It is insane.
Yeah, 2 rounds, and that is a record. And we are, and Ulrich, you got to do the summary.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what we would describe as not the most tactical approach to the situation, but we will see what happens next time. A little humility goes a long way. So I'm sure there'll be a way out of this, though. I'm sure you guys will figure this out. So excellent. So until next time, is everybody good for next Monday, same bat time?
Yep.
I don't know. If I don't show up, do we not all die?
Oh, Pierrick, if you run, we don't all die too.
Oh, I do have a flying potion. On my potion.
Remember, combat is not the only way out of every situation. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, that's
throwing it out there.
That's so weird, Russ. It's funny that you say that to this group.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't hit the guy once. Remember that. He hit me 3 times.
All right.
Well, part of our problem too is because we also have to have moral dilemmas now. You can't sneak attack these guys and hit them first. So that hurts too.
Oh, because that's right. If you have no conscience, you can just murder anybody in their sleep. That's great. Absolutely. Morgan Esquire.
Well, we have things to talk about. We have some texting to do.
I actually think it was splitting our attacks. I blame Joe.
Well, he would have come out. He would have come out and attacked Euphemia.
Well, these are good debates for the Discord server. Thanks again for a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Or will we?
Or not?
Right.
What's left of us?
Achievement unlocked. You've made it to the end of another D6 Generation episode, the podcast whose humor has universally been acclaimed as not too horrible. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at info@the d6generation.com. If for some inexplicable reason you actually enjoyed this show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Thanks for listening and happy gaming.